Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. And we're going to move on to our active listening class here for today. We just covered accent training to improve our accent to pronounce English more American. And now we're going to move on to our next part of the class, which is a very important part of English, which is active listening. So we're going to move on to active listening. And we're going to listen to and we're going to talk about activations. So our next class is about activations. We're going to listen to a customer with an activations call, with an activations issue. We're going to talk about particularly about the starter kit. Do you know what a starter kit is? A SIM card starter kit. So if English is not your first language, if you're still developing your listening for a call center, or if you just need to improve your listening to understand spoken English, well, you're in the right place. Today's class is going to allow you to enhance your listening specifically for transactional information, customer information, like names, numbers, addresses, and SIM cards, very long numbers as well. So it's going to give you training for that. And also capturing customers' information like names, telephone numbers, etc. So that's going to be very helpful for you. We're also going to listen for keywords and the reason of the call, right? So like I said many times before, a lot of people think that active listening is just listening to telephone numbers and names. And that is part of it, but that's not the whole picture, right? So active listening involves listening to basically three aspects we like to teach here, which is transactional information, like names, SIM card numbers, and whatnot. Transactional. The second thing is keywords. And I think this is the most important thing that you should pay attention, because keywords, key phrases will allow you to create a mental image, a mental picture of what the customer wants. And with the keywords, you will be able to create, you will be able to have a picture, a mental image. You start to make an image of what the customer wants. Yes, everything that the customer says is important, but there are only a couple of keywords or key phrases that will allow us to really understand what the customer really wants. So that's what I want you guys to think about. Keywords are going to be the most important thing that you can do in active listening, because that's going to help you with the reason of the call. And if you understand why the customer is calling, then you will be able to assist them and provide the proper resolution. Okay, guys? So let's talk a little bit about our topic for today. So a little background, very quick. This is what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to give you a quick background on what we're going to do today, on what we're going to listen to. Then we're going to sit down together and we're going to do this very cool active listening activity together as a team in our platform. So we're going to resolve this together and learn together. Okay. So a little bit of background. I always like to give a little bit of background. I had the opportunity to work for several years with the T-Mobile brand. T-Mobile is a telecommunications company. I'm sure that you're aware of it. And one of the key processes that T-Mobile agents had to do was activations. They had to activate SIM cards. And one of the common scenarios that agents had was the scenario of a starter kit activation, right? What is a starter kit? Well, and why should you learn it? Well, if you're going to work for a call center, telecommunications companies have a huge representation. So you might end up in these type of accounts. So it's very important for you. A starter kit is basically a box, a package that customers would buy, which contained a type of credit card plastic, very similar in the size. And in that plastic, you would have the chip, the microchip, the SIM card attached to it. So customers could punch it out for the correct size, nano size, whatever size they needed. So this is what we called the starter kit. It's a kit that starts you with the service, that helps you start the service. In the kit, most importantly, you would have the chip, but also you would have an activation code, a SIM card number, and other information that you required the customer to provide you in order to process the activation. Okay, so that's a starter kit. And the term that customers use are these. Customers are going to say, I want to keep my number. This is a key phrase. This is a key phrase, right? When a customer says to you, hey, listen, I just picked up a starter kit at the Walmart and I tried to activate it by myself online, but I'm not getting my number. I want to keep my straight talk number and bring it over to T-Mobile. So, you know, it's been over 2 hours and nothing's happening. So I really need that number activated. Can you help me out with this? Right? So from all of that you just heard, the most important thing or the most important words or phrases was keep my number. So what does this mean? That the customer is requesting what we call in call center terms a port in. So what is a port in? Like I mentioned last time, is to transfer a number from the existing carrier that the customer has to a new carrier, right? And to keep that same number. So we're going to move 502-231, for example, 2390. We're going to move this number, let's say from Straight Talk, which is the company, the carrier where the customer has the line, the number activated. And we're going to move this line over to the new carrier, which in this case would be T-Mobile. And that's a port in. But customers don't know this technical jargon, right? This terminology is not known by the customer. Customers will simply say, I want to keep my number and I want to keep my phone. So what does this mean? When a customer says, I want to keep my number and I want to keep my phone. I have an iPhone 10 that I had with Straight Talk and I want to use it now with T-Mobile. But I also want to keep my number. So what does the customer want to do? Customer wants to bring in his device, his iPhone or device, right? He wants to bring it, which is originally configured for Straight Talk, and he wants to activate this iPhone now for T-Mobile, and he wants to keep his number. And that's an activation process. Now, going back to the keywords. Now, from everything that I said regarding the concern, the most important words were keep my number. And if the customer says activate, then you know he's talking about an activation. Or if the customer says, I want to get a number, that means that the customer wants to get a new number and wants to discard this number and get a brand new number. Okay, so keywords. The keywords are going to give us the reason for the call. So a lot of times agents say, Mr. E, you know, I need 100% listening. You know how, you know, I get this a lot. That's impossible. Nobody has 100% listening, right? So that's not achievable. What you can do is manage the conversation, right? For transactional information and listen to keywords, ask clarifying questions, and you'll be able to do this job. Not a problem. Okay. So that's my presentation on what we're going to do for today. Now I'd like everybody to start logging in to your listening activity. I provided a link and a password. So I'm going to give you a minute or so, register with your name, your email, and today's date, and we'll work on this activity together. We're going to do it together. I'm going to guide you step by step through the process because we're going to listen to addresses and new information that perhaps you're not familiar with. So let's get started. Okay, so this is a photo of what a starter kit could look like. This is for the Courier Boost Mobile. So all the couriers have it, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, they sell their own starter kits. So this is a starter kit. Okay, guys, let's listen to our customer. Do not turn on captions. This is not allowed.
Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Q. Taylor. I'd like to get a SIM card activated. I just purchased a starter kit from the Walmart, and it says to dial this number. My name is spelled Andrew. My middle initial is Q as in Quebec, and my last name is Taylor. That's Taylor. My address is 432 Cherry Road. Cherry is Cherry, and that's going to be in Boston, Massachusetts. My zip code is 56789. I'd like to see if I can keep my Verizon number that I've had for over 10 years. My phone number is area code 617-888-4321, activated with this starter kit. My email address is andrew_taylor@gmail.com.
Got it. Thank you so much, Andrew, for contacting T-Mobile Activations today. My name is Emerson. I'll be more than delighted to help you with this SIM card starter kit activation, and welcome to the T-Mobile family. I'm very sure that you're going to enjoy your number. And rest assured, I'll make sure that you get your line activated. You keep your same number and your same device. Let's get to work on this together and get your line activated. For verification, Andrew, I'm going to request some information. So I'd like for you to help me with this activation, sir. So could we please start with your full name?
Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Q. Taylor. I'd like to get a SIM card activated.
Sure. Let's begin with your name, sir. So that's Andrew. And then you said Q as in Quebec and Taylor. Everybody got it? Andrew Q. Taylor? Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Customer. Oh, that's good. Customer said Q as in what? Quebec, right? That's perfect.
I just purchased a starter kit from the Walmart, and it says to dial this number. My name is spelled Andrew. My middle initial is Q as in Quebec, and my last name is Taylor.
Something very important for American names, Americans usually go by a first name and last name. That's it. In some cases, you'll have a middle initial, which is just a letter representing their middle name. Okay. So you might need to request it. In some cases, you might not.
That's Taylor. My address is 432 Cherry Road.
Okay, sir. Can I please have your address again? 432 and your street. What's the street name, sir? Cherry. Could you key spell Cherry for me? Just for verification, you said Charlie, Hotel, Echo, Romeo, Romeo, Yankee. And you said that was road. Thank you very much, Andrew. Okay, guys. So for information, for addresses in the United States, this is the format. So you're going to have, let me just blow up here the page. Okay, that's much better. So you're going to have, for the address, you're going to start with a house number, a street name, a street type, a city or county, a state, and a zip code. That's the information that you should expect. Okay. So don't be surprised by it. That's what you're going to expect. And this is manageable. You just ask the customer, request the information politely, and the customer will collaborate. So let's listen to that again.
Andrew. My middle initial is Q as in Quebec, and my last name is Taylor. That's Taylor. My address is 432 Cherry Road. Cherry is Cherry.
Perfect. So this is Cherry. This is the name of the street, and this is a street type, road. Usually this is abbreviated with 2 letters, so you can write capital R and capital D. However, in some systems, you might find the full street type, which is road, okay, with a capital R.
And that's going to be in Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay, so next we have the city of Boston and Massachusetts. What is the abbreviation for Massachusetts? It's MA. Okay, so usually you're going to have the full city name, and the state is always abbreviated. State abbreviations are always 2 letters. So it's important that we should learn that too.
My zip code is 56789.
I'm sorry, Andrew. My apologies. I was not prepared for the zip code. May I please have that once again, sir? Thank you for your cooperation.
Be in Boston, Massachusetts. My zip code is 56789. I'd like to see if I can keep my Verizon number that I've had for over 10 years.
Absolutely, sir. I would completely feel the same if I had a number for 10 years. I would definitely want to keep it as well. So what's that number, sir? May I have the Verizon number area code first, please?
My phone number is area code 617.
So just for verification, you said 617 area code?
888.
And that's 888
4321.
4321. So Andrew, I just want to make sure that I transfer the correct number. So for verification purposes, you said area code 617-888-4321. Is that the correct number, sir? Thank you for verifying that, sir. Now, just to finish your activation here, may I please have your email address or the email that you want attached to your T-Mobile account? Thank you, sir.
Activated with this starter kit. My email address is andrew_taylor@gmail.com.
Thank you for that, Andrew. So you said that was Andrew, that's underscore Taylor, and you said that was at gmail.com. Thank you so much for that information, Andrew. So that's Andrew, spelled like your name. That's underscore Taylor. That's Tango Alpha Yankee Lima Oscar Romeo at Gmail, Golf Mike Alpha India Lima.com, Charlie Oscar Mike. Do I have that email correct? Thank you so much, sir. I do appreciate that verification step. All right, perfect. So we already have the transactional information for the customer, and we still have 4 minutes left. So we can work on the system steps now. So that's it, guys. This information that you see here, name, house number, area code, email, SIM card numbers, that's all transactional. And that shouldn't be something to keep you awake at night. That shouldn't be something that you should feel excessively concerned about. This is only improved through listening. You need to listen. That's one thing. The second thing is you need to become familiar with the type of information you're going to receive. So by understanding that American names have a format, that addresses in the United States have a format, and telephone numbers in the States, as well as email addresses, they have a specific format. If you understand that, that's significantly going to help you. And the third thing is to ask clarifying questions and to be polite and request the information politely and verify your work. Okay, so just to double check, that's Andrew underscore Taylor. Okay, so just to double check, that's Cherry. That's Charlie, Hotel, Echo, Romeo, Romeo, Yankee. Is that correct, sir? So you double check, and this transactional information becomes easy. Okay, that's easy. Okay, now what you need to focus on is this, keywords. So what keywords did the customer use? He said a lot of things, but SIM card. Do you agree SIM card is important as a keyword?
Yes.
Yeah, let's check SIM
Yeah.
card. Yeah, for sure. Activated. What do you think? Is that important?
It is.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. He's not saying internet. He's not saying bill. He's not saying my drop calls. He's saying activated, right? That's important. Walmart, do you think that's important?
I don't think so.
No, I mean it's good. You know, you could say, oh, you can acknowledge that and say, well, Andrew, well, I'm happy that you picked up a SIM card at our Walmart dealer, but it's not really going to help you with what the customer wants. Starter kit, do you think that's important?
Yes, it is.
It is. Yeah. That's a piece of information that can help us understand that we're talking about a new customer, right? We're talking about a new customer. So we should be happy about that. New customers are always a good thing. Next, Verizon number. Do you think that's important?
Yes, it is.
It is. Yeah. Because what we're figuring out now, okay, this guy wants to transfer. He wants to port in just by, okay, SIM card, activated, starter kit, Verizon number. Keywords. I know what the customer wants. You know, I don't need to understand everything. Internet? Did he mention something about the internet? All right. He didn't talk to anything about that. Did purchased? Do you think that's important? He said purchased. I purchased a starter kit at the Walmart. Do you think that's important?
Not exactly.
Yeah, you're right. It's good to know that he bought it, but it's not going to help me understand the process or what he really wants. What's the reason of the call? So that's just extra information. Okay. So what's going to help us here are SIM card, activated, and starter kit. Does everybody agree with that? Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Okay, so what would be the reason of the call? Customer is transferring a Walmart number to Verizon. Customer activated a SIM card from Verizon and wants it in the Walmart. Customer wants to transfer his number from Verizon and activate it with a new SIM card. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah,
The third one.
it's
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer because the keywords just gave us what we needed to understand. And now we know that we're dealing with a new customer who wants to activate a SIM card, who wants to keep his number. Okay. Oh, just in time. Just in time. Okay, good.
That
Well
happened
done.
to me.
Yeah, well done. Oh, look at me. I got 100 points. Did you get 100 points too?
I got 92.
Oh, come on. How could you get 92? Well done. Well done, everybody. Good job. Everybody good?
Yep.
Fantastic. Are yeah. So when you want to in business, English business, when you want people to get in, when you want an idea to get across and put emphasis on it, then you say taking away. So I want you to take away point A and point B from this presentation. Or from this presentation, what I need you to take away this data. Okay. And at the end of your presentation, if you want to double check that the people there understood the idea that you want to communicate, you ask them, so what are you taking away from this? What means, what did you learn? You understand? What are you absorbing from this? And you respond to this, well, you know what, Mr. E, I'm taking away, right? I'm taking away X, Y, and Z. You understand? That's what you're saying. So for example, from the practice that we just did right now, yeah, Mr. E, you know, I'm taking away transactional information. I understand now the difference between keywords and transactional information. So next time I will be more prepared. You understand? Or yeah, you know, Mr. E, I'm taking away zip codes. Now I understand what is a zip code. And that's the takeaway. So I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to give you some time to talk. Okay. So let's see, by raising your hand, raise your hand. I'm not going to force nobody. Raise your hand if you want to share with us, what are you taking away from this practice that we just did? Not action training. I'm talking about active listening. What are you taking away? Who would like to participate? Raise your hand. I got a hand there. Who is that? Edin. Okay. Edin,
Yep.
you have the floor, sir. Tell us, what are you taking away?
Well, for me, sir, it was very important information because it's focused on the call center industry. So, and it's very important. So, I work at Alorica too. So, it's very important information, especially if you wants to apply to a call center directly. So, that information will help you a lot, guys, because most of the time you will receive that kind of calls. And when you take the moment to explain each information, each, for example, area code, and the street type, that kind of things. When you arrive to a call center, you have no idea. That's really impact you so hard. So for me, that's something that will help you guys a lot. Is your goal is to go and call center industry. Yep, that is the
Your
what I
take.
want to say.
Fantastic. Thank you, Edin. Very good. Everyone, let's give Edin a reaction, please. Thank you for sharing your insight. So when somebody shares, do you know what an insight is? Edin just shared some insight. Insight is, everybody write this down, is deep understanding of a topic. Okay? It's deep understanding of a topic through personal experience. Okay? So, everybody, I want you to say thank you for your insights, Edin. Everybody, thank you for your
Thank you for
insights.
your insight, Dean.
Thank you for your insight.
This is another professional term. I know that many of you move uh, in professional uh, meetings and professional context. So when another colleague shares with you something like this, then you would reply in an email, thank you for your insight, or you could say, thank you for your input. Your input. That's another way to reply in an email, or you're in a meeting, a business meeting, and somebody shares something that is very helpful. Do you understand? So thank you for that. Thank you for your input and insight. So yes, somebody else wanted to take. What are your takeaways? I think Isaac, you wanted to.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that I'm taking away that transactional data can be captured in a format. I completely ignored that, to be honest. Thank you. Thank you for that.
No, not a problem. I'm glad that you were able to see that. Yes, transactional information is a format and it's manageable. I like to say that I like to tell people that it's something that it's manageable. You can manage that, right? You can manage it. A lot of people they lose their sleep over transactional information. They go like they think that it's impossible for them to work at a call center because they can't simply capture information numbers at the first listen. Nobody can get information at the first listen. You have to be like, your ears need to be trained, and this is training. So yeah, I guess that's a very good takeaway. That is it's a format. There's a format that you need to recognize in order to do this job more efficiently. Thank you. Anybody else would like to share a takeaway? Any other takeaways? Let's ask Felipe Gomez. Felipe, how did you do in your activity in the listening? Tell us.
Oh, hold on. Pretty much the hold on. Pretty much the same. I follow the same format. Mm, quite often we ask the first and last name. Of course, my interaction with the people is more simple. We only ask you first, last name, and confirmation number, confirmation room. What else? No, that's it. It's simple. I believe this exercise mm, is more complementary and compared with my job.
Excellent. Thank you. And if I'm not mistaken, you work in the hotel industry. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
That's correct. So thank you for your insight. Everyone, let's say thank you for your insight, Isaac and Felipe. Come on,
Thank you
guys.
for your insight,
Yeah, thank you for
Isaac
your
and
insight.
Felipe.
That's really good. I get to learn from everybody here, guys. Okay, guys. So that's all the time that we have. I'm not going to have people here until 10, or I don't know, in Colombia it's 11. In some part of the United States, like in if you're connecting from Philadelphia, it's already close to 11 or midnight in Philadelphia in some parts. So I know that you guys are doing an extra effort for being here. So I'd like to go straight to the business, do my job, get you evaluated, and that's it. I don't need to keep you here excessively for times that you're not required to be here. So I believe that if a lesson can be taught in 30 minutes and if it's done correctly, then it's a good use of your time. And if I use your time effectively, that means that I'm doing a good job and I respect your time as well. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Give yourselves a clap. You know how I see this? It's like when you go to the gym, you go to the gym. Yeah, good job. Good job, everyone. It's like when you go to the gym And the instructor says, give it back, give yourselves a clap. And I'm like the first one, you know? And he says, that's good that you came here today. You exercised for 1 hour or something. So it's very good that you exercised your English muscles today, okay? That's how you get better. So today, just to recap, we did accent training in the first part, and now we did active listening. We're going to move on with more of this for our next session. So I hope to see you. I promise I will update the Google Drive. I'll make those videos accessible so you can review at your time. Okay. So thank you. You can repeat these activities as many times as you like, and I'll catch you on Wednesday, God willing. Welcome all the newcomers. Welcome, Isaac.
Thank you.
And hope you liked it, and
Coach,
have a wonderful night, everyone.
that you,
You too. Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Coach,
team.
Coach, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coach.
you said that we can review the videos. Where we can review those videos?
On Google Drive. Well, I need to do. I need to update and put the compendium together. But it's. I'll do that. Don't worry. It just takes a little time, but I'll get it done. Once it's there, it's a beautiful thing. I promise.
Is
Okay,
there-
okay. Thank you.
Another question. Is there a Telegram group or?
Yes, I think I've already added you. It could just. I'll send you a text message and we'll get confirmation. Don't worry.
Thank you.
All right, team. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. God bless you all. Bye bye.
You too. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye, coach. Bye.